Project Mad Ingram, in the flesh. It seems that your abilities were not over-exaggerated.
You must be Novikova, right? The head of Exva?
I guess you caught me there, even if it should be the other way around. Don't be too eager to start celebrating yet. The schematics you've removed from there might have just been a waste of hard drive space to begin with.
Gee, I guess that UNATCO's communications lockdown wasn't worth jack shit.
Your benefactors rely too much on their Echelon protocol on Mount Weather. However, the data we deciphered from you was isolated in Berlin until we got our secure network operational.
How utterly convenient.
But your prowess will remain underappreciated as long as you work for UNATCO. You must be aware that to them you are nothing more than a prototype, and after they've mass-produced all your nano-augmentations on all of their agents, they possess the means to dispose of you on nothing more than a whim? Or did they forget to mention this in the Academy?
Hierarchical systems dictating what sort of information members of certain levels may or may not know is not unique to UNATCO. Trying to kidnap someone with EMP attacks or poisonous gas certainly doesn't seem like a better alternative.
I must concede, we might have begun our cooperation on the wrong foot.
So now it's cooperation?
Hear me out before you judge me any further, Agent Ingram. Have you ever thought about how your employers have 24/7 access to your life, and you occasionally receive a precious bonus in return? For that matter, do you even know who your true employers are?
Becoming the first nano-augmented UNATCO agent wasn't sent to me by post in a clean, nifty package.
You didn't answer my question, Agent. Your choice of words also reveals that you're unsure of your previous choices. I wish that we can restart our cooperation from a clean table, and for that, both of us need trust. I'll take the first step. What would you say if I told you that David Yoon is also in Neustadt as we speak?
Well, that sounds like yet another happy coincidence.
His apartment is close to the river of Neustadt. We've prepared an extensive collection of evidence about the true intentions of your employers and how they've tricked you and the public for their own personal glory. Meet with him and he'll instruct you on your next move. I really hope you're going to see the truth with a deceiving light.
Congratulations, Agent. Ready to go back to Neustadt?
Let's go.
Giddy up.
David.
Mr. Ingram, I can't say it's a delightful pleasure to see you, but I guess I have to commend you on choosing correctly. Did you take a look at the evidence?
I did. It's one thing to dismiss such matters due to every crackpot arrogantly vowing to their veracity, but seeing them with your own eyes, now I even see the blue glow of the data cube differently.
A nice touch of cynicism might not be entirely bad, of course. But indeed, you wouldn't be here unless you had any serious doubts about the truth about UNATCO and yourself. And as for my previous actions, I hope you've begun to understand how it hasn't been about you personally.
Exva has treated me like a piñata of nanotechnological secrets before, so this better be good.
Exva has indeed worked on the nano-augmentation project for years, but they've been less than successful than their American counterparts. However, they had a breakthrough a few years ago, and my son, Ethan, was keen on joining the program and becoming augmented himself.
Yeah, I happened to read a report on his condition.
There were complications with graft versus host, and the augmentation attempt severely damaged his internal organs. He fell into a coma, and eventually the doctors found a way to stop any further damaging, but he's been forced to be comatose ever since. The doctors are hopeful that installing a regenerating augmentation on him might solve the situation without any extra hassle.
That would explain why you seized the augmentation shipment, and eventually succeeded in seizing me.
We had to wait until we had direct knowledge on your existence before we could act out and reverse engineer your augmentations. Our contacts reported that UNATCO planned to fake a terrorist attack against the Statue of Liberty, and they would have paraded in their first nano-augmented agent to solve the case.
Of course, you've got to implement the idea first.
You wouldn't believe the kind of reaction it received within MJ-12. They had the Chinese government in their pockets, but Hong Kong has thus far been a major thorn in their paw. Not only, this way they didn't have to plan a terrorist attack by themselves, but they could send a message from one part of their Banao Club to another, and claim that dispatching you at the location was done for purely humanitarian and diplomatic reasons. Occam's razor be damned.
So what now? Novikova informed me that they have sent the schematics on my augmentations elsewhere.
To our main laboratories in Vladivostok. We expect a major breakthrough in the research in order to bring back my son.
And then? World domination?
I see we will need to fully convince you to our side. However, there is no going back to MJ-12 now. They already know about your treachery.
You're saying that you didn't block the ability to tune into my infolink as you did before.
I'm sorry, did I forget about that? Then again, you didn't ask.
Nicely played, Joan. Any last-second messages you still wish to convey to them?
It all depends on you, Agent Ingram. Are you a number or a free man?
Company.
Make your way to the heliport. Gotcha. Deployed there as well, so prepare to get your hands dirty. But don't worry, I'm not able to monitor you through the infrared any longer.
You do realize what you've just done, Agent? All the decisions you've made under the oath of the Coalition have been rendered futile. You've rendered yourself useless. You will regret the decision of your treachery until you die.
We'll go our separate ways to the airport.
Whoever's out there, give yourself up.
Agent Ingram, please meet me at the closed rail station, right next to the Neustadt shuttle. I need you to hear me out before making any further decisions. The heliport's inaccessible for now, Agent. Please meet me at the railway station.
Agent Ingram, what a pleasure it is to see you again.
Likewise, Lana. Even though I am surprised to see you here, by what sheer coincidence is everybody in Berlin today?
You really had it rough lately. Nearly getting poisoned, getting shanghaied in Hong Kong.
I actually ended up joining the people responsible for those incidents. There really is a lot I need to tell you about UNATCO.
Whoa, that's an interesting turn of events. Yet we're actually on the same subject.
Oh?
I'm afraid that things are going to get worse for you and the rest of us. The UN is controlled by an international cabal of terrorists, and has been for several decades now.
I assume you're talking about Majestic 12. Furthermore, I'm guessing number 1 isn't twice the number he's supposed to be.
He's a very high-ranking member of MJ-12, third in the hierarchy after Bob Page and Walton Simons.
Page? The biotech nerd? Never heard of the other one.
Simons is his most trusted ally who has immense clout over certain governmental bodies. The word is, he has his sights set on FEMA next.
What a heroic thing to do.
Hey, if you need it, we can show you all the evidence you want to better assess the situation.
Exva showed me a bunch of evidence that made me rethink of the situation. But what do you mean by we?
I'm talking about the Illuminati.
Oh, of course.
Look, I understand you've gained too much knowledge in a very short timeline, but unfortunately you're not done yet. There's still things about yourself you need to discover.
From conspiracies to self-help booklets. Can I choose the next type of literature we're gonna add into my life?
Just tell me, Agent, who are you really?
Are we really doing this?
It shouldn't be a hard question if you already know the answer.
Fine. You may know me as UNATCO Agent Mad Ingram, but my real name is Wesley Cutter. I rose the ranks from NYPD to FBI, and I was offered to join UNATCO as the first nano-augmented agent after spending 6 months in the academy in Switzerland.
So you were a cop before all this. Do you remember for how long?
Give or take 10 years. Look, I really don't know what kind of a trivia achievement you expect to gain from this.
Please, just answer these 2 questions for me. Where were you born? And how long did you work for the NYPD?
Queens, New York City in 10 years.
And how old are you now?
That was a third question. The answer, however, is 26.
Yeah, but you're telling me you joined the force as a 16-year-old?
No. I was born in 2013 and got employed in 2035 when I was 22.
Let me get this straight. You're currently 26, you joined the force as a 22-year-old, and you've been employed for 10 years now?
Wait, that doesn't add up. I meant 36. Huh, who knows what they did to my brain on the airplane. It would explain all these dumb discrepancies.
The years are accurate, but you weren't born in Queens. Does the name Shell Beach mean anything to you?
That's where I spent a part of my childhood.
The earliest part, actually, but here's what we're going to do. We're going to return to Queens and take you to your childhood home. A man by the name of Elias Nadell owns the residence these days, and he'll be more than happy to explain the truth about your past to you, as well as sing the light in my cause.
I'll add them to my Friends Forever collage later. I've got a chopper to catch.
There were 2 helicopters headed this way, but let's say someone managed to divert the pilots a few hundred miles from here.
Oh, for hell's sake. I guess I don't have a choice here, do I?
Don't worry about Exva or MJ-12. We've activated special encryption on your augmentations that'll prevent them from monitoring you through your infolink.
That's happened a lot lately.
But once we're in New York and you've met with Dr. Nadell, I'm sure you'll acquire the knowledge necessary to meet with my Illuminati mentor. But we have to go now.